These are two of the most popular wheels in the market at the moment, and today we will be putting them side by side to see what offers what and which is better for your particular circumstance. So let's have a look at the Logitech G29 and the Thrustmaster T300RS. First of all, I must state that the G29 was provided by Logitech for review, and I'm using the T300RS, albeit with a different rim, as my main wheel. Also, some of what I will be talking about will be relevant to both the Thrustmaster TX and Logitech G920, which are compatible with the Xbox, so please keep that in mind for this comparison. I'm also fully aware that these two are competing in slightly different areas in the sim racing market, but the price point can fluctuate and sometimes you can see that the price difference won't be that much. For a comparison, the chosen pack is the T300RS with the standard pedals and the G29 without the optional shifter. If you want to see a more in-depth review of both wheels, check out the cards above. Firstly, the stats. The Logitech G29 is a 900-degree gear-driven dual motor with Hall effect and overheat protection. It comes with a 3-pedal pedal set which has a clutch and a dual stage brake pedal. The torque delivered from what I could find would be 2.2 Newton meters after the cogging. There's a total of 14 buttons plus paddles for up and down shifting, a D-pad and a two-way rotary encoder that works as a couple of buttons. So there's plenty of buttons to assign. There's also a LED rev light that lights up with most modern titles, and it should set you back around 180 to 200 pounds, $250 to $300, or 230 to 270 euros. Of course, all of these values will fluctuate. The T300RS is a 1080-degree belt-driven wheel. It has a brushless electric motor for silent, no latency operations. The motor, according to what I've found, has an output after the cogging of around 3.9 Newton meters, though this value could be wrong. It has a dual belt system to deliver a smooth force feedback in wheel turning. It has a Hall effect sensor with 16-bit resolution. It also is compatible with the Thrustmaster ecosystem, which has rims, shifters, and pedals. There's a quick release inspired changing method and has a 28 cm rim with a rubberish feeling. That rim has 11 buttons, 2 gear shift pedals, and a D-pad. The price of this specific pack will over around $350, 270 to 300 pounds, or roughly 300 to 350. It will also depend on time of year and demand. Both wheels can be hard mounted or they can be fitted into a desk with a mounting clamp in the case of the T300RS, or through the integrated clamps on a G29. I will always recommend the hard mount solution in both cases, but I can really state, at least on the G29, that the clamps will be more than enough with the occasional retightening necessary. Both pedals have rubber feet, which I'd avoid relying on them anyways, as using a box behind them to fix them in place is much better solution. The G29 pedals can be used quite effectively over carpet, as it has some stored teeth that can be deployed. The rims are fine generally, but more buttons on a G29, but I'm actually more partial to the T300RS rim. It just feels better assembled, more solid, and it just feels better in the hands. Driving both of them shows how different they are. The T300 is by some leaps and bounds a smoother wheel with a more precise force feedback. The G29 gear-driven system has some advantages in the immediateness of the force feedback, as the motors sit right on top of the main gear, but generally the smoothness of the T300RS makes that quite moot. That smoothness translates into a faster turning wheel, which is useful in many types of disciplines. The G29, while performing in an inferior way, it's not a bad wheel at all, it's quite the contrary, but side by side, the comparison shows who's the underdog in this department. Though, on the next round, which are the pedals, things invert quite significantly. The G29's pedals are insanely good for the price point of the pack. Even for potentiometer-based pedals, they are fantastic performers. The dual stage brake on these pedals might feel a bit gimmicky, but I think they are superior to most potentiometer-based pedals, bar the Fanatec CSR pedal set, which was reviewed recently. However, the price of this Fanatec CSR pedal set is just over half the price of the wheel pack for the G29, so that says something about these pedals. Furthermore, this pedal set has a clutch, so it adds to the versatility of the pack. So if you compare these G29 pedals with the stock 2 pedals from the T300RS, it shows how inferior the latter are. They are quite plastically, they deform quite easily, and they break often. I've tried them for some 20-30 minutes when I got the wheel, and I never used them again. They're really bad. But this is where the comparison becomes a critical point, because while the pedals on the T300RS are bad, there are other options in the ecosystem, such as the T3PA pedals or the pedals from the GT version. That will increase the price of the pack, of course, but it will show you that the wheel itself is not stuck with what is bought. There's more versatility in the Thrustmaster ecosystem with not only the pedals but rims, handbrakes, and shifters, while the G29 is stuck to the optional shifter, which is admittedly a bargain because you can get it for about 30 to 40 pounds. Both wheels are great, but the T300RS is overall a better wheel, and that much would be a given, even though both perform quite well. But which one is a better product for you? Which one should you buy out of these two? In that case, think about what's going to be your specific use case. If you're looking for just to drive once in a while, nothing too serious, get the Logitech G29. If you are willing to be a little more serious, you want a little more performance without breaking the bank, and want more options, maybe a little more future-proofing, spend a little more and go for the Thrustmaster. The versatility is absolutely worthwhile in my opinion. Sound-wise, in terms of calibrating and usage, the G29 will be much louder, as you can hear on the background now. Now, for a last point, I'll be touching on the reliability. I cannot say for sure which one is the more reliable wheel, as anywhere I look, including the reviews I've done, there's fans and detractors of both of them, some claiming the wheels will last for ages, others claim that they are on the third wheel and support has been horrible. My wheel has been working fine. I've had the Logitech G29 and it was bulletproof, but if I had to steer the reliability in the mix or in the choice department, I'd assume that the edge will be on a G29 due to the much simpler design and less powerful motors. Of course, this is nothing scientific, but it's actually a really good rule of thumb. Between the two, I will always select the T300RS because it's superior in almost every other department, but this is for my use case. For your use case, check out what makes more sense. But anyways guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any of these two wheels, leave me a comment below and tell me your experiences with them. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to press like, subscribe, also press that notification bell to tell you when new videos or streams are out. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.